Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Whitmoyer. I'm going to just be reading over and explaining the Gettysburg Address text-dependent analysis assignment that you will be working on. As we mentioned in class, please try your best on this. If you do need help, please make sure you reach out. Hopefully you find this video to be helpful. So this assignment is due on Thursday, December 17th. It is worth 15 points. And it is broken down into 5 points for the ice chart completion, which I'll show you in a moment, and then 10 points for the essay. Just as a reminder, for this assignment, you will be providing a written response to a prompt using the Gettysburg Address by Abraham Lincoln. Follow the directions, but do keep in mind that we did go over this assignment and this idea of completing a TDA in class on Monday, December 14th. And you can also listen to this video as many times as you need, which will be posted here once I'm finished. So your expectation for this assignment has two pieces. First of all, you're going to complete the ice chart to help plan out your writing. That is worth 5 points. I will go down in a second and just show you that ice chart. You're also then, second part, going to write a full paragraph to answer the prompt that we have for this assignment. This is worth 10 points and should include your introductory sentence or the inference from your chart. It should include at least 2 example quotes from the speech that show Lincoln's point of view about the Civil War. That's the cite portion of the ice chart. And then explaining how the quotes show Lincoln's opinion, which is the explain piece from the chart. You should also try to include a conclusion statement to summarize the paragraph. I'll read over the prompt in just a moment, but again, just to show you the assignment, you have the prompt. Scrolling down, you have the Gettysburg Address itself. You have the ice chart, which is here, a reminder of how to use the ice chart and some things to include in each section. And then down at the bottom, you'll find the prompt again, as well as the directions of what to include in that written response. Okay. So it looks like a lot, and this is, a trickier question than what we've had before. It's definitely, stepping things up, giving you some experience with something that you're going to see on a Keystone test or the SATs, if you're going to be taking those. So try your best is really the biggest key that I want to give you as you're working on this. Okay, try your best. So I'm going to scroll back up here just to walk over the steps again. Here's the prompt. So this is what we are trying to answer in this question. It says Gettysburg was one of the major battles of the Civil War and is considered a turning point of the war. After the battle ends, there are over 7,000 dead, and the ground was turned into a cemetery. President Lincoln gave a speech at the dedication of this cemetery. Okay, and here's the key. This is what you really need to focus in on. Using the text of the Gettysburg Address, analyze Lincoln's point of view about the purpose of the war. Use evidence from the passage to support your response. Again, I would recommend, if you weren't in class on December 14th, watch the recording where we talked about things like what analyze means and what point of view is. That might help you as well. Next, you have the Gettysburg Address. Okay, I'm not going to read over this in this recording. It is in that December 14th session as well, but you're going to read over that. Then when you get to ice, remember, what's your inference? So the question, if you need to go back to it, is in the prompt, right? It's this underlined part. What's Lincoln's point of view, or analyze Lincoln's point of view about the purpose of the war? Okay, you need to come up with a statement to answer that. Okay, Lincoln's point of view about the war was whatever you think it might be. The next step is where you have to go to the text. And again, we did some of this in class on the 14th. You have to come back up to these paragraphs from the speech and essentially prove or explain, provide evidence of how you know Lincoln's opinion on the war, simply because of this speech. The last step then is explain. Okay, so how does your evidence in C explain your inference, right? How are they connected? So fill out the chart, make sure you get some notes on there in order to help you in the very last step, which is actually writing out your response. So make sure you turn it into a paragraph. Okay. It needs at least 5 sentences. More is okay, but it does need to be a full paragraph to answer this. Okay. Once again, the part of the prompt that you're answering, using the text of the Gettysburg Address, analyze Lincoln's point of view about the purpose of the war. Use evidence from the passage to support your response. Okay. It must tie back to the Gettysburg Address. That's our passage. That's our reading. So again, this was just a short overview. As mentioned at the beginning, check out the recording. Make sure you reach out to your individual teachers if you need more help as well. Try your best on this, and we are looking forward to seeing your responses. Thanks, everyone.